This video will introduce you to how lab sessions work, the layout of the lab, as well as to all the extra measures we have put in place to keep the sessions COVID-19 secure. How to get to labs. You will all be familiar with the introduction of one-way systems to facilitate social distancing measures. We have a very simple one-way system in place for the second floor teaching labs. The Stopford building can seem a bit confusing, but it is basically just two long parallel corridors. A main corridor, which is above reception, and also a rear corridor. The labs, shown in green, are in between the two main corridors. You will be working in Section 7 and Section 8. If you are unsure where to go, there is a video available on Blackboard. You will enter the labs through the corridor on the second floor, which is the corridor above the main reception. And once the session is finished, you will leave the labs via sections 9 and 10 through the back corridor of the Stopford building. There are clearly marked runways on the floor of the labs, indicating the path you should take when entering and exiting the labs. Entering the labs. Please don't arrive more than 5 minutes before your session, but make sure you are on time. If you are late, we may have to refuse you entry for health and safety reasons. You don't need to queue in the corridor. Come straight into the lab through either of the two sets of blue double doors, which will be open for you. You will be provided with a disposable face mask for use in the lab. Treat these in the same way as you would treat your gloves. They should not leave the lab. By each entrance, there will be a sink for you to wash your hands. You should put gloves on immediately after your hands are dry. Gloves are provided on the wall in order of size, with small gloves at the bottom and bigger size gloves at the top. You will have your own personal lab coat and safety glasses in a clear plastic bag. Put these on after you've put on your gloves. On each bench there will be hand sanitizer for you to use if necessary. Follow the directions of the demonstrators to find a socially distanced workspace. Don't forget your handbook, a calculator, and a pen or pencil. Store all your other personal belongings under your desk. Please sanitize your workspace using the cleaning materials provided. During the lab session, the leader of the session will present from the front of Section 7. They will use a microphone and their voice will be projected through speakers into Section 8, which has a very similar layout. There are screens throughout both sections of the lab which will display useful information and the current time. If you have any questions during the session, please do not be afraid to ask the demonstrators. There will be demonstrators like me there specifically just to help you out. The emergency eye wash stations can be found at the front of the lab. At the back of each section of the lab is a drying oven, as well as a set of fume hoods. Sometimes you will need to collect chemicals from these fume hoods. Broken glass bins are found throughout the lab. Please ask for help from a demonstrator if you break any glass. There are balances available in both labs. Please keep these clean. Leaving the lab. Before leaving the lab, please make sure your workspace is sanitized and all equipment is returned to the appropriate location. Before leaving the lab, make sure that you take off your lab coat. Then remove your gloves carefully, making sure you don't touch the outside, and dispose of them immediately in one of the yellow bin bags. Then remove your safety glasses, before finally washing or sanitizing your hands before making your way out of the lab. When leaving the labs, please leave via sections 9 and 10 on the runways, and then turn right at the back corridor to return to the main corridor. We look forward to seeing you in the lab very soon.